Greetings from the road. I've made my first purchase that I've ever made visiting, and this is a gift for somebody.
This was carved out of it by a guy with a chainsaw, by the way.
Okay, but that's not it. You're about to go on a space ride, so fasten your seatbelt, because I've never seen anything like this. So let's go in the open door that's open already, and we're just going to pan around here. We're going to show you Hot Rod Heaven.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
And there's no lights in here because his brother was pretty frugal.
Oh yeah.
Feast your eyes. Most of these cars are for sale. Is the giant ant for sale?
Yes. Yeah, the giant ant is for sale.
And then up in the rafters, there's a whole lot of bikes.
This Kaiser, by the way, Jim, was a four-door sedan.
Okay, now we're going to start. We're not going to take a break, so we're going to start and get right into it. This is a car that's for sale. And this is a what year Kaiser?
I think it's a 51. And I was telling Jim that this started out as a four-door sedan, and somebody cut the top off and filled in the back seat area. The car was built out in Kansas somewhere, don't know for sure when.
And you don't know when that was done?
No, but they made a two-seater out of it, so it's kind of like a sports car.
Okay, and this is one of the cars that's for sale.
And it is a run and driving car.
Run and driving car, probably has a title.
Yep.
Let's go on to this next one here.
Okay, that is a 26 Model T Roadster pickup that I believe Jack bought that in Colorado. And it's kind of got the rat rod theme to it, but that wasn't really the intention. It's just the way it was when he bought it. But it is a running driving car.
And this one's for sale.
Yep. That is a 30 Model A panel that was a restored truck. Jack kind of hot rodded it a little bit.
And Jack did the work himself. He did most of the work on all these cars himself when they needed it.
And it is an excellent, excellent running vehicle.
And this one's for sale.
Yep.
Now this is a car that I remember. This came from Hawaii, if you can believe that.
Yeah, that is a Model A, 30 Model A Phaeton.
So this is a Phaeton that's been rotted. You don't know when the work was done, right?
I don't, but I don't really think it was that long ago. I think it was just somebody that had the mindset that they wanted it to appear as an old hot rod, you know.
Is that your brother's hat and overalls?
Oh, yeah.
And let's look here, because this says Haunted Gulch.
Haunted Gulch. And I put that on there for him. So he wanted that. He wanted it to look like a vehicle from an old dude ranch, you know.
Okay. Now this is the one that's staying in the family. Your
Yes.
sister, Jumpin' Jack,
Flying
Flashes, Flying Circus. That's a reference to your brother, right?
Right. Yep. And I also did that sign on there for him. So.
You did the sign. Beautiful job. And what year is that?
That is a 36 Ford panel truck.
What a beautiful car.
Jack built that as a hot rod in about 1969.
This, folks, is my favorite. This is actual lettering. This isn't like a tribute car. This is the actual lettering. This came out of what, Kansas?
Missouri.
Missouri?
Wellsville, Missouri. And
Wellsville,
the
Missouri.
way I understand it, when they put the box on the back, then that qualified as like a service vehicle.
Right.
So when the gas rationing stuff was going on, they could buy gas. They could get more gas than if it were just a passenger car. And actually, you know,
You even got a lunchbox in there.
they chopped up a pretty nice car. But it is what it is, you know.
Got some toolboxes here on the side. And then this is also one that's staying in the family.
Yeah.
Your sister likes this one too. And what do we got here?
This is a 1930 Model A Roadster pickup. Has a small block Chevy and an automatic transmission. And just absolutely really raspy, nasty cam.
And what year is this right here again?
This is 31.
Okay, and this car here, well, I lied. This is probably my favorite car here. This one's also for sale, right?
Right.
This is probably, would you say the most valuable car in here?
No. A couple of them that are more valuable than this are down in Spencer.
Okay, we may get a chance to look at Spencer,
This
but
is
tell us about this car.
It's a 40 Ford Coupe that as far as we know, it originated in like West Virginia or Virginia, I believe. Has a flathead, later model flathead with a couple of Stromberg carburetors on it. All stock original interior, and I see somebody has chromed the window moldings and that kind of stuff, but it's an excellent car.
And who did this belong to?
Belonged to Dave Wells of the Wells Blue Bunny Ice Cream Factory. And these bumpers, Jim, I don't know if you noticed or not, but those bumpers are off of 49 Plymouth with that rippled, and they fit on there like they belong there. You know, they look really good on it.
And this car is for sale.
Yes.
And then we've got over here,
That is a 28 or 29 Model A Woody wagon.
and that's for sale.
Yep.
And then you told me about this one.
Well,
This has had a lot of
one
work.
This is one that Jack bought body only, and then he had to re-chop it because somebody did a horrible job of chopping the top.
So this is an example of Jack's work.
And then he also channeled the body down over the frame, so he unchanneled it, and they sectioned the body 5 inches, and he unsectioned it, and then put it all back together. So it's got a massive amount of work in it.
This is a running and driving car.
Yes, that's got a 350 Chevy hooked to the stock Ford transmission.
And what do we got here?
This is a 34 Ford three-window coupe that came out of Mount Vernon, Washington. It was featured in a magazine called Rodder's Journal. It was on the cover, and it also did a follow-up story to it on the inside. It has a 454 big block Chevy, a 400 turbo transmission. Interior, I mean, it pretty much is a finished car. You know, all the
Can't go wrong with
custom
black.
upholstery and stuff. Yeah, exactly.
With the white piping. That's a pretty car. And your number for people to call if they have a serious interest in buying any of these cars that they see, other than ones that are noted to be sold, or any of the bikes that you see up in the rafters. And there's other stuff in the rafters too. There's some other knickknacks up there.
And my number is 712
712
240
240.
3334.
Okay, we're going to go to another building. you know what these frames are, Dennis? Do you know what these frames are off of?
Yeah, they're all marked here on the side of the frame.
Okay.
There's one that's 40 Mercury.
There we go. Got a Model T frame here. 40 Merc frame.
44.
Wow, this guy, is this your brother? Man, boy, somebody can sure print. 35 to 44. 35 to 44. So we got some frames here to pick from. Now tell us about these two cars here. This looks like a Chevy.
Yeah, 46, 47 Chevy. I never had much luck identifying the old Chevys, but they're 46, 47, 48.
Now these are complete cars. They probably have titles.
I don't know if these do for sure or not.
Okay.
And they are what they call the, people refer to them as a German helmet because of that bustle back trunk on them.
Right.
So they look like the old World War II helmets, German helmets. Here that if any flippers come in here thinking that they're going to buy real cheap and sell real high, we'll just sick the rat on them.
Okay, you hear that, folks? So if you're looking to buy to make money, don't waste Dennis's time. On this real early vintage day trailer, I'm interested in that. So I would say for now, as far as I'm concerned, it's not for sale. Now, that car is going out of there. That's been sold. Here's some more stuff here. We got tires, wheels. Okay, we're going to go to another building. Greetings from the road. I'm here with Dennis in Iowa at an undisclosed location. I'm going to start you on an adventure. As I get up every day, I never know what I'm going to walk into when I roll up. And that's the beauty of what I do, because I don't buy and sell, because I don't take commissions, because I just turn the wheel. And if you've been following me for years, you've seen me go into incredible locations. As far as hot rod goes, Ford hot rods in particular, this is the most fantastic place I've ever been to. This is a very famous early hot rod. And Dennis is going to tell you about this head to start it off. So tell us about the head, Dennis.
Okay, well, this head is off of this particular car that you see in the background. And it's a Smith brand head. And to the average person, even some of the old hot rodders, they look at this head and they might think it's off of a 60 horse flathead, but it's not. It's a Smith brand. Don't know any history on them to speak of, but the unusual part is this water manifold that's on the top. There's the Smith name cast into it. And if you look at this head, you'll see how thick it is. And there's the combustion chamber, so you can see how long this thing has been sitting.
Now this head is off of this engine that's in this car.
Right.
Tell us about this engine.
Well, that engine, I don't know a lot about it. This car was in a movie called Cool Hot Rods. It's available on YouTube. The movie was made in 1953, and then the car was built in 58 as a drag car.
So the car existed, not knowing exactly what the engine is. If somebody goes in and watches the movie, they might get a shot of the engine, but the car had already been built. You're not sure about the engine that we're seeing in it now, but as a 53, this car was already built. So that means this was built 53 or earlier.
Right.
But we're not sure about the engine that was in it.
Right.
And then you said...
But when they made a drag car out of it was in 1958.
So it had a second life as a drag car in 58.
Exactly. And at that point in time, they changed the front suspension, put a suicide front end on it. That manifold has 4 Stromberg 97 carburetors on it. It's on a Sharp brand intake. Anyway, these guys were going to make a drag car. They built the drag car. They went to Lyons Drag Strip in 1958. And the first thing that happened was they blew first gear out of the transmission.
Now, Lyons, for people that don't know, where's that located
in
at?
Los Angeles.
Okay, so this is a West Coast car.
Right. This car, the body work, the chop job, all of that was done by a guy named Sam Barris, who was a brother of George Barris.
Now, for those of you that don't know, I'll interject. I'm not a name dropper, but when people think of Barris, ultimately think of George. George was the promoter. His brother did a lot of the work that he really didn't get due credit for.
Yeah.
But this is his job right here. So you have a George Barris job on this hot rod that was made prior to 53, because its first known images are in the movie.
Yeah, and the body work was all done in lead, and in spite of how rough and how crude this looks right at the moment, because of the scaled off paint and all that, the body work is still in excellent condition, all done in lead.
Okay, so we're going to move now to the car, and we're going to have you put that head down. I got a flashlight here. This is, sorry for the light, but the lighting here is poor, so we're going to get a little bit of extra light here, and let's walk down. Let's take a look at this chop that was done.
This right here, where it looks like it's really in tough shape, it's not. It's very, very good body work.
All the way across, and again, inside, this is our setup.
And you know, you got to consider that this was probably made by some guys that were teenagers or so at the time. This car sat in Hollywood, California, outside in this guy's backyard for 60 years.
So this came from Hollywood. It was sitting outside in his backyard for how long again?
60 years.
For 60 years. And again, I'm trying to get some light on this so you can see it.
The rear fenders that are bobbed or chopped off at the bottom here, those are actually Model A fenders that have been just put on this 34 or 32 Ford.
So this is actually a 32 Ford base for the body, right? For the body style?
Correct.
Okay, now this car is for sale. And for anybody that has a serious interest, and this is just the beginning of this tour, if you have a serious interest in possibly owning this, what you want to do is give Dennis a call. And what number do you want to call him at?
They can call me at, I'm in Iowa.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to go beyond that for now.
Right.
But I'm at 712
712
240
240
3334.
Now, the reason I'm taking my time on this car is we go from one end of the spectrum to the other. And I'm going to wrap this video up. This is the first of many to come. Okay, the best I can do is this flashlight. So again, everything you see in here is for sale. And you're going to see stuff here that is just amazing. So bear with me as I slowly walk through.
A lot of those wheels, Jim, are like old accessory wheels for early Fords, most of them.
That we see up there.
They're wheels such as Kelsey Hayes wire wheels,
okay.
General Jumbo, Firestone.
What's that motor we're looking at right there?
That is a 235 Chevy 6-cylinder.
Is that a running motor?
I can't tell you for sure.
Okay, so we're gonna, let me follow you in here. We're gonna go in here into the next room. Now, tell us about this car here that we're looking at.
Well, that's a 30 Model A two-door sedan. As far as I know, it's a car that either is running or could be made to run without too much work. And next to that is the remains. It's a basket case of a Model A panel truck, like a half-ton panel.
This is really hard to find if you're looking for a panel truck. It's structurally sound. Where did you guys get this at?
That was in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Grand Rapids, Michigan. Okay. And here's where it gets really interesting. Up there we have a homemade pedal car, right?
Yep.
Got some
few tricycles.
Few tricycles there. We got motors here, folks.
More Chevrolet 6-cylinders.
Got a section of a hood. Got ammo boxes with God knows what in it.
There you go.
Rear ends. Here's the back of that body. I'll try to get a shot of the rear of it. Again, this is in good shape.
I think the side panels are laying inside the car there, the sheet metal part of it.
Okay, let me walk out here with you. Got another tricycle here. Aren't you guys glad that I brought a light in here? I'm starting to think about dark spaces. It takes me a while, but I'm progressing. Got motors over here. Got sheet metal over here. Okay, I'm going to stop this video. We're going to continue. Everything you see here is for sale, but we're talking about a collection of over 50 years. And tell us about what we're looking at here now, Dennis.
Well, you're looking at a 33 Ford two-door sedan that I spotted on a farmstead here in Iowa probably 35 or 40 years ago.
So Dennis sees us 35 or 40 years ago on a Sunday morning, right?
Correct.
And you're with your buddy, and your buddy advises you, man, don't go knocking at that guy's door, because if you knock at that guy's door, we may get a face full of lead. But you're not going to be deterred. So you go up, and you knock on the door. Tell us what happens next.
Well, the guy comes to the door, he looks at me and he goes, "What do you guys want?" I said, "I noticed you have a bunch of old cars here. I would like to take a look at them. I wondered if they have them for sale." And basically what he told me in no uncertain terms is, "Hell no, they're not for sale. You don't see any effing for sale sign, do you?" And he told me, he says, you know, if you want to buy cars like that, he said, go look in the Des Moines paper. They're in there every Sunday.
Not like this. And what are we looking at here?
This is a 33 two-door sedan, but it is a Model C motor in it from the factory, which is a four-cylinder engine.
Now, is that still in there under the cowl?
Still in there.
I'm not going to lift the cowl, folks, because it's a tight spot. We got a lot to go through.
And it is very unusual car. I don't know how many Model C cars Ford built back in the day, but it wasn't very many.
And then years later, your brother buys this at an auction. He sees an auction, and he goes in.
Yeah, and it was still sitting in the same place.
And he offered it to you if you wanted to buy it for him.
It still had when I first saw it, it had a 3-gallon bucket sitting over each headlight and a piece of corrugated tin like roofing material sitting on the roof. And when my brother got to the auction, it still had all of those items still on it. The buckets were still on the headlights. The grill, although it's scaly, is very straight. I don't think there's a broken bar or bent bar in it anywhere.
And Dennis, again, if someone has a serious interest in your car, what's your phone number here in Iowa?
It is 712-240-3334.
Okay, folks, that's going to wrap up this video. I'm going to continue.